Alright, so what you already know, Sonic X Shadow Generations is coming out in less than 3 months, which means the news cycle is heating up, and by heating up I mean like it's gone up a little bit, you know, we still need a bit more than what they're giving us, but it's heating up, and we got some other things we need to talk about like Mario and Sonic Olympic Games, and yeah, we got some news, okay, so it's gonna be an interesting one. So I'm gonna get to all this right now, but subscribe to the channel already. Please make sure to subscribe, alright? What does Sonic love to do? Run. And we love Sonic, which means we love to run as well, right? And what do we do after we run? We relax, which is where this video sponsor FlexiSpot comes into play. The FlexiSpot XR5 is a beautiful sofa recliner, and it has literally everything you need to relax. It's got a high quality rotating metal base, which means you can swivel up to 270 degrees if you need to see things at different angles. On top of that, you can rock it back and forth. It's got rocking chair functionality. It moves in all directions here. And naturally, if you're relaxing, you might have your little iPad or your tablet, you're watching your Sonic X on the screen, I don't know. It's got large storage pockets to fit whatever you need, so it's there for easy access. And of course, you can charge your devices with this thing as well. And the reclining feature on this chair is beautiful. It reclines up to an angle of 127 degrees, which is basically almost fully lying down. You're gonna fall asleep on this, you're gonna wake up, and you're gonna fall asleep again because it's just that comfortable. So make sure to check out FlexiSpot, the links will be in the description, and right now they've got up to 50% discount on the website and a tiered free order promotion. And trust me, you're bound to find something that you love on FlexiSpot. So we're gonna start the Mario and Sonic news because quite frankly the Frontiers news is gonna take longer. So we gotta go through this first. It says here, by discussing film, there will be no more Mario and Sonic Olympic games. The Olympics cancelled the partnership in favor of esports and NFTs? NFTs? In big 2024? Really? But yeah, everyone's reporting on it. I just think it's so ridiculous, and of course, lame Ring of Truth, lame casual fodder. But yeah, NFTs. I just find it so ridiculous. They chose not to renew the license deal and allowed it to lapse in 2020. So it's done. I'm not reading all of this, but yeah, NFTs. Just that's so fucking ridiculous, man. It's so ridiculous. Like, if you had said maybe you wanted to pursue an Olympic game with another franchise or IP or something like that, that would have made more sense to me. NFTs? Who the fuck is still buying that shit, okay? Like, I don't know, okay? I wasn't like some Mario Sonic Olympic Games fanboy or anything like that, but, you know, I did play a few of them. I had a playthrough, actually. Let me see if I can still find it. I had an Olympic Games playthrough. Oh, that's not that. Well, looks like I can't find it now. If I type in maybe part 1, it'll show up, but I had, yeah, see, eight, oh my god, that was 8 years ago. This is a great playthrough, actually. You should watch that if you like the Olympic games. I had a lot of fun with that playthrough. That was actually the first Mario Sonic Olympic games I played properly, so yeah. But anyway, enough of glazing my own content, because, well, someone has to do it, because Twitter's certainly not going to do it. But yeah, I find it interesting. And there's a tweet from here from 2019. The Onion, the parody website, said Mario Sonic 2020 will be the last game, and then SEGA responded to it in 2019 saying sorry everyone. You knew. But yeah, it's done. It's donezo. Okay, it's finito. It's completo. That's not a word. Anyway, someone said can be crossover Mario and Sonic and something else. That no. Sonic fans, stop relying on Mario clout, okay? Stop relying on Mario clout. Mario doesn't need Sonic. Sonic needs to be the same. Stop relying on Mario. Make your own fucking games, okay? Make your own fucking fighting game. Like, I don't need a Mario Sonic fighting game. I don't need a Mario Sonic racing game. Listen, tell SEGA to make Sonic-related spin-off shit. Give us Sonic Riders Ultimate. Give us the Sonic version of Mario Maker, which Azuka said he wouldn't do in that interview for some reason. Why did he say that? We should be getting a Sonic version of Mario Maker. That would hold us for years. The Sonic version of Mario Kart, or like Riders Ultimate, basically, like the definitive Sonic racing game, and make it free to play so that the online isn't fucking dead. You know, you could charge people on the cosmetics and microtransactions for that shit, but like the main content should be like free to play, because otherwise the online is gonna be so fucking dry because no one's gonna pay for it. Okay. But yeah, there's so much spin-off potential with Sonic. Stop relying on Mario to like latch onto the bigger franchise. Like seriously, I'm so sick of it. Okay, I get it. The Olympic Games are fun and all that. Mario and Sonic collab. We got 1 million of them now. It's time for Sonic to step up his spin-off game. The main series is doing okay. We got Frontiers. They're doing the remasters and re-releases. That's great. I'm happy for them. I want to give them their props for that. But it's time to get back into the spin-off bag. Mario Kart 8 is bigger than every single Mario game in terms of sales. Odyssey, nope. Smash, nope. The main 3D games, no. Mario Kart 8 is bigger than every single Mario game in terms of raw sales. It's one of the highest selling games of all time. If you pull off a big spin-off, it will probably outsell the 3D titles, like the Frontiers and games like that. It is not a joke. You pull off Riders Ultimate properly, and you keep updating and fresh content, you've got a money-making machine for years, okay? The ideas are there. I'm handing them to you for free so that you actually do them, okay? So Sega, like, forget Mario, we get it. It's easy to latch onto him. Do something else, okay? As the great Fahim Najib, is that his name? T-Pain, as he said. I was trying to say his full name to sound smart. Doesn't matter. On to the Sonic X Shadow Generations news, okay? Tails Channel reports, here's a new batch of screenshots of Sonic X Shadow Generations featuring both sides of the game, right? So we'll start with the Sonic Generations one here. And the lighting definitely looks a little bit different here. Not necessarily better, but it does look a bit different, at least on Sonic. It looks like more yellowy. But yeah, we see the Chemical Plant Zone. I don't know where I've seen this zone before. This must be the first time I've seen this. I've never seen Chemical Plant in my life. We got another one here, of course, with Chemical Plant Zone. And then we've got Goats Canyon, of course, with Shadow. And yeah, graphics are looking pretty nice. We got another one here. See, they added the spikes to the train just in case you thought the trains weren't dangerous. They put spikes at the front just to ensure that you were aware, right? Makes logical sense. Yeah, there's some nice screenshots, okay? I mean, graphically, Shadow Generations looks good. Sonic Generations is still the same old game. And speaking of Sonic Generations, if you didn't already see my shorts, they delisted the game on Xbox. So you can't buy it on Xbox anymore. Xbox 360, Xbox One series is gone, okay? And as for Sony, I think it's still up for PS3. It may still be up for PS3, but I don't even think it's still up for PS3. But it's not backwards compatible on like later systems, so you can't get it on any later system. Steam, as I last checked, is still up. But if you want it on Steam and you haven't got it yet, get it before they delist it and you start crying. Because as for the mods, I don't know if they're gonna work on the new game. I'm guessing because they haven't really changed gens much. Modders probably find a way to get the mod loader working with all the old mods, because it's the same games, the same Hedgehog Engine 1 for base gens, and then Hedgehog Engine 2 for the new game, which actually comes into play into the next topic we're going to talk about, because it says here Sonic X Shadow Generations will need 13.4 gigabytes on your Nintendo Switch as per the eShop. And for comparison, Forces was only 6.8 gig, Colors Mid was 6.9 gig, Super Mid was 4.6 gig, and Frontiers was 15.6 gig. So this is over 80% of the file size of Sonic Frontiers. Does that mean that Sonic X Shadow Generations is going to be similar in like scale to Frontiers? It's an interesting question. Obviously, Frontiers is a big open zone game. Sonic Generations, the base game, is not that, but you have basically two games in there, so that explains why the size is going to be a lot bigger, right? On top of that, like if we look at Frontiers, although it's like 5 main islands, it's really 3 aesthetics, right? Because 3 of the islands are like Chronos times 3. You got Chronos, Rhea, Uranus, which are all kind of the same aesthetically. Uranus has slight differences. It's 3 main aesthetics in that game, right? And then you got Cyberspace, Reactions, Green Hill, Chemical Plant, and all that. Shadow Generations is going to have way more aesthetical changes because they got the whole changing of the levels, mid-level kind of thing. So the levels are going to be more variety in terms of the environments compared to Cyberspace and Frontiers. And the open zone is only 1 open zone as opposed to the 3 in Frontiers. But it's still a lot of content. There's a whole open zone. There's levels. It's going to be different aesthetics. You got Kingdom Valley in there. You got Goat Station. You know, you got Space Colony Art. And then you got Base Generation. So the size does make sense. That doesn't necessarily mean Shadow Gems will be as big as Frontiers, obviously. I don't think that's going to happen. But it is good to see that the file size is not on some College Ultimate type shit, right? I think there might be a decent amount of content here once we factor in the open zone. If they had some missions and things in there, if the open zone is interesting enough, it might lengthen the game a bit more. If it's just the levels, I'm sure the levels will probably be like 30 minutes worth of levels or something like that. I don't know, okay? But it's interesting to see these file sizes be revealed, okay? And on top of that, we got more news. We got the Feel the Wind Beneath Your Feet as you listen to this new remix of Kingdom Valley. And this already came out before. I think this is like the official post to say, yeah, like it's here, we're ready, like let's do this, and you can hear it. Like you got the full version of the song here. Hey. You see everyone? I don't hate EDM. Come on. I don't hate EDM. Come on. Let's go to the dance floor. Hey. Let's dance. Ooh. Let's go. On your feet. Like it's good, right? You know, it's not horrible. Put the pitchforks down. Let's go. Yeah. So there you go. Kingdom Valley EDM composed by Mariko Nanba. Okay, I don't know who the fuck that is, but it's not the usual. It's not the usual suspects. It's not like the Otanis. Let's see what she's done for the franchise. Knuckles Chaotix. Heroes. Yeah, I mean, there's a few EDM songs of Heroes. You know that Bingo Highway 2-player? That shit was EDM as fuck. I still love that song though. Shadow Hedgehog 06. Rush Adventure. Okay, Rush Adventure. That soundtrack was mid compared to Base Rush, but Unleashed, okay. And Colors, okay. So she has a few decent ones in there. She got Unleashed in there. She got 06. She got Heroes. There's some decent work in there in terms of like musically, okay? But she's also got Rush Adventure, which was just like, what if we took Sonic Rush and then sucked out all the cool factor? That's basically what Rush Adventure is. Like, it's not a bad game, but it's like, we just made Rush, made it easier, and then sucked out, you know, the cool factor. I mean, the levels are easier, but it's actually a more tedious game to play. So, let me not get into a Rush Adventure rant right now. I don't really want to talk about Rush Adventure. But yeah, new music drop. And yeah, speaking of Sonic Generations, some people are debating that the graphics ain't that different. In Luke Station, they said, am I wrong for thinking the new one doesn't even look that much better? And they show the title screen of 06 with the Kingdom Valley shot, and then they show this. And I mean, this is clearly better. But I guess what they're trying to say is like, for the amount of years that's passed, maybe it's not good enough or much of an improvement. But like, it's running on Switch. The lowest common denominator is Switch. And the Switch is home to a lot of 7th gen games. It's a portable system. So it's not really that, even though it's been like 18 years, it really is like, Switch is like slightly above 7th gen in terms of performance. So that's not ridiculous. It'll probably look a lot better on PC once they update it and, you know, things like that. But yeah, some people responded saying bad comparison. They showed a picture where 06 looks a lot more dated graphically. So, I mean, you know, it depends on the show you look at, but here you can see 06 looks way older. But yeah, for 18 years, I could see how you'd be like, oh, that's not enough of a jump. Like, if you compared, like, you know, early PS3 titles from, like, GTA 3 to, like, I guess what GTA 6 is gonna look like, it's way more of a jump. But, you know, remember 06 was pushing graphically. If 06 had actually come out on the Wii, like, because that was a console then, if it had come out on the Wii, and you compare that to the Switch, it would have been, like, insane, right? But it was like the highest performing consoles of 2006 compared to something that's going to be dropping on effectively 2015 hardware, which is what the Switch is. So it's not really that ridiculous when you think about it. Like, yeah, this looks better clearly. Clearly looks better, but it's still running on Switch hardware. So you get what you get what you pay for, right? I think this is 06 versus P06 versus Shadow Generations. Honestly, I still like the aesthetic of 06. I like the darker vibe, but PS6 is a bit too brighty, a bit too cheerful, you know? But they all look good at the end of the day. I still think all these games, to me, 06 will always be a beautiful game. I don't care what anyone says. Like, if you were there, you remember, okay? I need you to put yourself in the context of someone who was around when 06 was new. The game before that was Heroes. And Heroes the GOAT, okay? Let's not get it twisted. But graphically, Heroes and Shadow were the latest games. Graphically. So to go from that to 06 was a jump. A huge jump. And 06 to Unleashed was a jump as well, but obviously we sacrificed the frame rate for that. But it's what it is, man. Either way, Shadow Generations is looking like it's going to be interesting. I definitely want to see some gameplay, though. Like, maybe some other zones we haven't seen. Maybe some of the open zone. You know, we're getting closer to the date. It's basically August now. And the game's coming out in a couple months or so. So we need to hurry up and get some more shit. But right now, I'm looking forward to the game, man. I think it's doing a decent job. Is it gonna be the greatest boost game of all time? Obviously not. Let's be real. But it's looking like it'll be a fun time, and hopefully the mods go crazy on Shadow Gens and it gets supported for years to come. Because I think there's a lot of cool mods you could do for something like Shadow Generations. You know, Sonic Heroes Project. Anyone? Like, we already got Goat Station in there. Can we get like a casino park? Can we get like a Grand Metropolis? I'm just saying. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. More content coming soon to the channel. It's looking interesting right now. But yeah, man, that's all I have to say right now. So, the Remy out.